The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll come out throwing here on first down. This is caught by Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On first down, he'll drop to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. They'll set up a throw. And this one is incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. His throw incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. So now third and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Andrews, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Now, here's There's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. A short kick taken at the 18, and he won't quite make it to the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And Smith's throw complete there to Johnson. Trucks over him. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And he's taken down here by the Saints. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
Go, Reed, go!
On fourth down, Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown! Mike Evans. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. Well, let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
A short kick taken at the 18. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Trap 50, trap 50.
From the 50, it's Smith. Johnson with a completion over the middle. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Smith. And this is caught by Williams. Touchdown, Cardinals. Mike Williams, 39 yards. And the Cards are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will cut the lead down to 15. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. And the Cards are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
To throw again on second down. Smith over the middle. He finds Godwin complete. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown. Chris Godwin with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Booker is on target. And this is back to an 8-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. To throw. Touchdown, Saints. Mark Andrews on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to extend their lead. Dennis Allen going to go for 2 here. He's leaving his offense out on the field. And he is into the end zone for 2 more as the lead moves up to 16. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is. And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
This one swung out here to Jones. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
19 tight, 19 tight. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 10 on the 80. 60 Maverick, 18, Pioneer.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he is going to have the Cardinals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
A shotgun snap for Smith. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Cardinals. Devin Duvernay, 52 yards. And the Cardinals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. That trims the lead down to 9. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. It got his man complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were making catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that's a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw.
Mike Evans, he's going to go. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mike Evans, 59 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Dennis Allen going to go for 2 here. He's leaving his offense out on the field. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They'll try and throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind. Because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Warriors 17.
Here's Smith. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. This pass caught. It's Woods. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw here. Looking for Woods again, and he finds him. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. Touchdown. Jelani Woods from 21 yards away. And the Saints take a 3-touchdown lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Here we go.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. The Smiths throw on target to Godwin here. Touchdown, Cardinals. Chris Godwin, 36 yards. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. He'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. Third quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. They'll look to throw here. This is caught. It's Woods. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 20, 10, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 38. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing you have to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 14. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Chandler on the check down. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Saints. Pharaoh Brown, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Saints get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Dennis Allen going to go for 2 here. He's leaving his offense out on the field. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now it's Smith. Open man is Duvernay. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Cut 19.
From just shy of midfield, Smith looking downfield for Godwin. And he's got it inside the 10.
Okay, ready?
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Here's Smith. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Tracy Walker.
Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it's
the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly. And what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. This is caught by Evans. There he goes, left side. Touchdown. Mike Evans, 63 yards.
And the Saints add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2. Now back to throw. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to...
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Caught by Woods.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. They'll set up to throw. Touchdown, Saints.
Jelani Woods.
A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Saints are closing in now on a 7th straight win to start the year.
They'll try and throw for it. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fields this way up at the 17. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, They were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
18, Pioneer. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 18 Rattlers, 18 Rattlers.
On first down, it's Smith. Williams brings it in. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Hurt. 19 Lions.
Now Geno. And now here is another interception. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Saints force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Okay, my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And out across midfield down to the 45. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Back to throw again. Able to find his man, Woods. And he's got room. He'll get it inside the 20. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Go check. Ready.
From the 50, it's Smith. Here's Johnson with a reception.
Here we go.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. One last throw here for Smith. And my goodness, another interception. And the Saints come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Saints, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0.
And they will return home next week to take on the Las Vegas Raiders.
Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they fall again.